There we go. The link's put out.
Cool. Hello and welcome back, everyone, to the Abu Dhabi circuit in, of course, Abu Dhabi, the United Arab Emirates. We're here at the Yas Marina circuit, and of course, we're back with PS Vitesse. We're back for round 3 of the championship race in season 5 of F1. Of course, this is the top level of racing. Of course, the tier that has no assists. So we're going to see the best racing on track here today at Abu Dhabi. So let's get this race underway here at Yas Marina. So this circuit made its debut back in 2009 with Sebastian Vettel winning that first ever race. It's got 21 turns to make up a circuit distance of 5.554 kilometers. That's 3.451 miles long. There are also 2 DRS zones to help encourage overtaking for around here. One down the really long back straight, I want to say, into turn 8. It's in between turn 7 and turn 8. That's the best place to make an overtake. But of course, if you can't make an overtake into that hairpin, I want to say, it's actually a chicane. There's always another DRS zone in between turn 9 and turn 11. So those are the 2 DRS zones to pay attention to. Those are the 2 places to watch out for overtakes. So we'll keep cameras mostly on that section as well. Real quickly, about this circuit itself and about the area that we are in. We're here in Abu Dhabi, which is the capital of Yas Marina, of the United Arab Emirates. We're here at the Yas Marina circuit. Also, Abu Dhabi is located just off the Persian Gulf and is 819 kilometers from another famous circuit, the Bahrain Grand Prix, which is also very close to here, like I did mention. But with all the details aside, let's get into the Grand Prix itself. Like I said, we're here at PS Vitesse once again for round 3 of F1. And today in the comms booth, it's myself, Formula Jonah, and joining me once again in the commentary booth, it's Headshot Lissy. Welcome back, Headshot, to the commentary booth here today at PS Vitesse. We're here for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, and what's your thoughts coming into this Grand Prix? Give us everything.
I'm going to be looking forward to watching this race around here because this track just, as much as people don't like driving it, it always produces the great races that we like to see with people crashing and a lot of safety cars which completely mess up people's strategy choices. So it's going to be a good race around it.
Oh yeah, most definitely. There's going to be a lot of good racing here today. And as you said, I'd say it's not the most famous circuit when it comes to on-track battling and stuff like that. But I want to say this track has got some good places for drivers to make some overtakes and stuff like that. As I mentioned, down into turn 8, and down into turn 11 as well. And there's a few more places. And as you said as well, it does produce a lot of action on track with a lot of difficult corners on this circuit, especially through the 3rd sector and into turn 3 as well, where we can see drivers spinning off and going into the wall quite heavily. As actually we're seeing a driver, that's the Dutch Missile, I think, just went off the track at turn 3. But if you go too wide of that section, you can spin very easily and put it into the wall. And sometimes we see cars flying up in the air, so we could see some action on that side of the track as well.
Yeah, that's going to be the hot spot to watch. I think turn 3 is going to be an area where a lot of drivers are going to be going off today if they have any accidents.
Definitely, I have to agree with that as well. I think that's where we're going to see the safety cars come out, is probably that section of the track. Who knows what can happen. But I mean, also, there's been some other parts of the track that have been quite memorable when it comes to some action. I think it was back in 2018 when Roman Grosjean and Nico Hulkenberg made contact at the chicane of 8 and 9. And I think Hulkenberg got sent spinning into a barrel roll, basically, into the wall. That was quite a surprise.
I think stuck, yeah, upside down.
Oh, he got stuck. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. We had that famous quote.
Oh, what was the quote again?
I'm hanging here like a cow. Or like that,
yes.
Yeah. Funny that was.
Very. So, yeah, that's something to keep an eye on is not just turn 3 is the best place to make well, to have some action on. There's also other corners like turn 9, like we did mention, and some other corners as well. But I want to talk to you about our drivers here today. There's a few drivers on track at this particular moment. I think everyone's coming into the pit lane to fit a new tire and kind of think like, what's the strategy going into the final run to try and challenge for pole position. Now, as I did mention, and as everyone knows by now, of course, Tier 1 is the fastest tier. It's the Tier 1, of course, the F1, of course, as we call it. It also has no assists, and so all these drivers will be going as fast as possible. What times do you think are going to be coming into this session here today? Where do you think is going to be the pole position time?
Pole position is probably definitely going to be a low 34, I think. Drivers should aim for probably, if they want a high spot towards the front of the grid, maybe a high 34 would get them as high as good as possible.
Okay, so you're thinking like maybe like a 134.1, maybe 134.2?
Yeah. Around that time, E-Class Martin is set there. That might even be a good time for pole.
Yeah, it might be actually. I mean, he's got a pretty good gap against the rest of the field. I know Joey's 1/10 behind, so that's the closest time we're seeing as Durug does retire in the pit lane. Not sure what that was. I think he just decided he's not going to go out again. But I gotta say, there is a few drivers on track that haven't gone out. I wonder if they're going to put up a faster time, and who do you think is going to put up a faster time?
I think Tom Robin might have a chance at pole position if he can set a lap together. And also Noah both setting times for the soft start, what they're going for, as Joey invalidates.
Yeah, I think he's
at the start of sector 3.
Yeah, you're right. Was that deliberate?
That was accidental. He just cut the inside of the chicane a little bit.
Oh no. That's super unfortunate for Joey. He's going to have to go again on probably a little bit more warned mediums than he would like. And he is pitting. He's pitting.
The pits. He has the fuel light.
Interesting.
Fuel. Ooh, faster lap from Martin, a 34.3.
Even faster from his previous lap. That was a good lap by the AlphaTauri.
I think he set a 3.14, I think, before, so.
Okay.
Nice lap.
So he improved by 1/100th, if I'm not mistaken?
Yeah.
You know, every little bit helps, you know? I think
exactly.
that could help out. Even if someone.
That's what Formula One's about.
Exactly.
Yeah. The Dutch missile setting laps on intermediates.
Oh, Yannick just went 134.1, 2/10 faster.
That's a rapid lap.
That
Tom
could be
Robbo
pole.
on his flying lap as well, on softs.
Surely he's got pole here.
Musty.
I mean, here comes Tom Robbo to turn 8 now. I mean, we also have to remember everyone in the top 5 and actually all the way up from turn 7. Everyone that's set a lap is on the mediums. No one's set a lap on the softs.
It could just throw something in the works here if he sets a lap on the softs.
Yeah. We'll see how it works out for Tom Robbo as he comes through the end of Sector 2, I want to say now. And he's coming into Sector 3.
Oh, he's had a bit of a spin.
Oh!
Oh, that was a big hit. That is a massive crash.
That was huge. And that looks to be like almost all his tires are completely off the track. Oh, no.
Yeah.
It's just
Apart from one.
Is it one? Just one remaining?
Only one just stuck on, yeah. That was an insane hit.
It looked like he lost the car. That's a very unusual crash.
Just touched the curb a little bit and he just went. The rear end.
Yeah. That's really surprising,
Obviously.
to be honest. Sorry, what were we saying?
This bit here is going to be gone by next year, isn't it?
Oh, you're right. Yep, that's going to be fixed. So it's a completely different track. Yeah, Abu Dhabi, the track is changing. Oh, as Noah gets a invalidation at the same part that Tom Robbo had a little mistake at. So Noah's not going to be improving. So I do believe that might be Yannick getting pole position here.
Oh. Yeah, he's surely got this in the bag now.
Has to be. Unless
Yeah,
the
he is
timing's
pole.
glitched, because it says Joey's on an
Yeah.
outlap.
Yeah, but he's not going any faster, is he?
No, he's not. That's quite interesting. I think Yannick will have pole position, and super unfortunate for the two Mercedes too. LMN and Tom Robbo out of the session.
The timing is glitched, is it?
It is.
Yeah.
What is it though? That's the question. We don't know. Well, anyway, I think if the timing is glitched, that means a few drivers will be able to try and improve. Joey coming through. Oh, coming through. Turn. He's going to invalidate.
A bit deep.
Oh,
he's still allowed. Oh.
So he
Don't know
thinks.
what happened there.
I have no answer for you. I don't know either.
Speechless.
Totally. I mean,
see, the Dutch missile was the last guy alive, effectively.
And he's on the intermediates.
Some confidence from him here.
Maybe he thinks that the intermediates are like god tier tire, and they'll be able to. Maybe the intermediates will be able to just find some magical pace that will be able to challenge for pole position at some point, or maybe it will magically rain at some point.
A magical, like, force rainfall or something, man.
Something. One cloud above the Red Bull driver.
Mario Kart.
Mario Kart. Yeah, but I don't know.
That curb there, that here.
Sorry, what were you saying?
That curb is going to throw a few people off, I think. What he just went over there. It's a massive sausage curb.
Oh, the turn 20 into turn 21?
Yeah, it is very horrible to drive.
Yeah, it seems that one can be really difficult. I think on 2022, once you got in that, it's like the corner at Australia. Once you, I think it's turn 4 at Australia where you go on that curb and you get stuck there. You cannot get off at all. You can't turn left or right. You get stuck in the middle of the sausage curb. I think that's the same situation here.
Yeah, it seems to be the case.
Mm-hmm. Well, Yannick's on pole.
The Dutch missile start on intermediate, so he's get a free choice. He gets a free choice, surely, doesn't it?
I don't know, actually. I mean, it's possible he could start on the intermediate compound tire, but actually, I have no idea. I think there's an answer, but I'm not thinking of it. But I know, I mean, I'm not sure. Why do you think he went on the intermediate compound tires? Maybe to warm up the track?
He wanted that. He's seen that there's 11 people, and I think he's wanted that free tire choice to just do whatever he wants.
That's interesting. It's possible that he could go for the softs. That could work out really well for him if he pits onto the softs. I mean, well, viewers, Yannick's on pole position for Aston Martin. I do believe second place went to, now I've lost it. Oh, it was the two McLarens. It was Joey and LRB, if I'm not mistaken, in second and third. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's a very interesting grid starting up the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Super unfortunate for the two Mercedes drivers. We got to talk about them, I guess, at some point. Tom Robbo and LMM, we're looking at their pit garage right now. They're going to have to pull a recovery drive or something like that to try and take a good position, maybe a podium or something.
I think Tom Robbo might be getting a podium. That's who I think. Commentator's prediction.
Yeah, what's your prediction for this race? In top 3, I want to know.
Top 3, first Joey, second Lerb, then third Tom Robbo.
Ah, interesting. Okay. I like that prediction a lot.
It's going to backfire, the commentator's curse.
Sometimes it can, but sometimes we get a little bit of luck, you know, we sometimes do get it right. It depends. But it looks like the formation lap's about to go. I think this is a good time to mention to all the viewers right now, if you're watching the stream and you haven't already, please subscribe to the PS Vitesse channel. These guys do amazing content, not just on future F1 races, if you're enjoying the commentary and you're enjoying the racing on F1, but they also do the other 4 tiers, F2, F3, F4, and F5, of course. So go check out that by subscribing to the PS Vitesse channel. Also, if you're enjoying our commentary so far and you're enjoying the race, and you're looking forward to the race as well, smash the like button. That would be hugely appreciated. But anyway, what's your thoughts on the upcoming race? What's your hopes coming down into turn 1? Hopefully no contact. What's your thoughts?
Us as commentators, we want to see a bit of action, don't we? So I want to see close racing, but no crashes. We don't want to see anyone retiring on the first lap. It's not nice.
Totally, yeah, and with kind of a small grid here today, we want to get as many drivers to finish the Grand Prix, of course. But yeah, I have to agree with you. Hopefully, we can get a lot of drivers to get a good start and all that sort of thing. Before we get into the actual race, I want to quickly ask you a question. I've been seeing a lot of drivers going to the left side of the second DRS straight. They've been getting all over the blue curb, or I'd say the blue painted line on the left side coming into turn 10, 11, all that section. Why is that? Do you know why that is? Maybe you can tell the viewers.
I think they're trying to take the fastest line as possible, I think. Although it's a bit off track, really. You just need that faster line.
Interesting. So they're taking maybe they're trying to get as close as they can to the left side so they can get, like, maybe...
Yeah. A bit entry. It helps you entry into the next turn.
Very interesting. So that could be something for the race as well. We could see drivers still going on the left side. So key information. Thank you very much. But it looks like we're about to start the Grand Prix. I guess I'll quickly do a rundown of the grid. Yannick on pole position for Aston Martin. Starts alongside Martin in P2. He's AlphaTauri, of course, starting P2. The two McLarens are P3 and P4. Joey ahead of LRB. Kyle's P5 alongside Durag in the Alfa Romeo. Dan is P7 alongside the Dutch Missile, who's starting the medium compound tires in P8. IFR Noah is P9 with the two Mercedes rounding off the grid. But the fiber lights are about to go out for today's race at PS Vitesse. The lights are out. And away we go. And oh, it looks like a little bit of a delayed start there. The lights are out now, and away we go. And it looks like a pretty even start for the top two. Looks like Martin trying to challenge Yannick down into turn 1. Who's going to come out ahead? They're still side by side. Very even start for the top two. And it looks like the AlphaTauri might just come out ahead. A brilliant start, but it's the Aston Martin going to try and fight back. Maybe down into turn 5. Is it going to see a little action right here? It doesn't look like it. So Martin takes the lead of the Grand Prix, but pretty much clean, pretty clean start for everyone. I think the biggest move was for first.
That was very close racing there on the opening lap. Lucky there was no contact, otherwise that could have ended in severe danger for the both drivers.
Yeah, they played it cleanly and really just did a great job to be able to do that. Oh, the Dutch Missile trying to maybe brake a little bit later. I thought he was going to go into the back of the Williams car. All good, though. LMM trying to make a move on the Red Bull driver head, but I think Dutch Missile is going to try and defend this because he wants P6, of course. So let's see how this works out. Nice little battle. Is LMM going to try and go down the inside? No, not quite yet. Backs off. That's a smart move from the Mercedes driver. Can't really make a move quite yet. And Dan and Noah going side by side. That's not a place where you see action too.
Forceful move.
Was there contact between the two?
It looked a bit dodgy, but I don't think there was any contact. Oh, but there's a yellow flag. What's happened?
Martin's lost the car. What happened to Martin?
I'm not sure. I didn't see it, but he's losing a lot of time.
And places too. He's losing 4th and 5th.
What has happened here then?
I don't know.
That could have ended in danger on that curb.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, like, Kyle it looked like he was pushed off there a little bit.
Yeah, that was very forceful. Oh, there's a guy round.
Noah.
What's happened there?
Must have been contact with maybe a Ferrari or Mercedes, something like that. I think I heard a little bit of contact towards the back of the field, I think. Oh, he's off again. He's out. Oh, no.
Yeah, he's out, yeah. Unfortunate for Noah. Could that lead to a safety car there?
I don't know, actually. That's quite surprising.
I think it might not be.
I agree. Don't think it is going to be. Something else I quickly want to mention is that Martin went into the pit lane, but he's still right on the back of these guys. So either that's a glitch or something like that, or he didn't go in the pits.
Yeah, he went into the pit, didn't he?
I thought he did.
I thought he did as well. Unless he completely missed it, but I'm not sure.
Maybe he went into the pit lane and then reversed out and then got back on track?
That's something like that. Oh, there's a Ferrari round. Dan Spreen has lost it.
What happened to Dan Spreen?
He lost it on the same curb that Tom lost it on in qualifying.
Oh, Dutch missile off the track too.
This is chaos already in the opening few laps.
Totally. This is a lot of chaos so far. We've had one retirement and 2 drivers already off the track. I think that might be a fastest lap for Yannick. I thought I saw a car going off the track, and there goes Martin now into the pit lane. Interesting.
He must have missed a pit entry. Overshooted it.
I wonder if he did.
Oh, Dan Spreen caught it. He was about to go into the wall.
Oh,
he has lost it now. And the Dutch miss at the same time. What is happening?
No.
Pure spin-arders here today.
Totally. A lot of spins.
Mazepin would be proud.
Definitely. And that missile has spun it again. Oh no.
He's lost his head.
Up in the front.
Back of Yannick.
Yep. Let's take a look at that. Who's going to come out ahead? Yannick trying to pressure Joey. Now let's see if he can get the run. Joey got past him, but now Yannick trying to come back at the McLaren driver. Maybe sending it into turn 17. No brakes a lot sooner, but Joey goes a little bit wide. Here comes Yannick around the outside of the McLaren. Is it going to work out for the Aston Martin? Oh, a little bit forced off the track as well between the 2 drivers. I think a little bit of contact there. Oh, Joey braked a little bit there. Something happened there. Yannick gets ahead, but there was a little bit of contact between the 2 drivers.
I think Joey tried to let him pass and he's just gone in straight into the back of him, giving him wing damage maybe.
It must have been. It must have been, because I know Joey, there's no, like, he doesn't, like, purposely go make contact, with the other driver. It must have been an accident or something.
He tried to slow down to let him pass, I think. And there's another yellow flag, and Martin has retired in the hotel section.
Oh, that's interesting. And he's spun around. He's facing the other way.
Dara has gone round as well.
What is happening on lap 3 now? Or lap 4?
We only have 10 people or somewhere here, man, and it's more action than a 20 people race.
Wow. Also, what's quite interesting is the 2 Mercedes are 1st and 3rd from the back of the grid.
They're displaying pure grit and determination here. All over the back of Joey's Tom Robber.
Tom Bravo forcing Joey all the way to the left. He's going to switch it to the other side. Send it. That's a very good move if he pulls this off. Joey locks up, I think, a little bit. Has to let the Mercedes pass, but he's going to come back. No, loses a little bit on the inside of the curb. It's now a Mercedes 1-2 from 10th and 11th on the grid on lap 4.
Ethan.
What a crazy amount of events happening on this lap. LMN leads the Grand Prix from Tom Bravo.
I'll just be 1 second, Broom. I have to go fetch something, and I'll be back in a minute.
All right, no problem.
What happens? 1 second.
All right, so while Headshot goes and grabs something, we are going to focus on the battle up the front. Joey is P3 at the moment, has dropped down to 3rd place. The 2 Mercedes now 1st and 2nd place. TRT Kyle goes a little bit wide there, I think. LRB P5. Darak, who has got, I think he spun a little bit at the turn 3, as a lot of drivers have been out of that section. And Yannick is down to P7. Now, Yannick had to pit, and he's gone purple in the 3rd sector, as there goes the Alpha. Off again at turn 1. Entrance to turn 2, exit of turn 1. Yannick might be getting on the back of the Alpha. Oh, it looked like there was almost going to be contact there, but the Alfa Romeo was thankfully ghosted, so the Aston Martin was able to get past. Now, I wonder if Yannick might be a little bit mad at Joey there, because there was a little bit of contact. I think that's why the Aston Martin had to pit for a new, fresh wing. That could be the case, but I think I don't know. I don't know what happened exactly there. We think that Joey maybe made a mistake, maybe maybe slowed down to let the other car pass. Maybe there was he had to let him pass because the game said so. It's possible that was the case. It looks like that probably was the case, actually. But nevertheless, Yannick did get a little bit of damage there and had to pit. So I wonder if the stewards will take a look at that incident later on. I don't know. That's up to the drivers to report that if they choose to. We'll have to see how it all works out. But Joey did get a 3-second time penalty. I wonder if he has a little bit of damage too. From maybe contact with Yannick at some point, because there was a little bit of contact on that one lap, because he's going a little bit wide. Let's see if he has damage. We'll take an onboard with the McLaren and see. Actually, he doesn't seem to have too much damage, but he does go pretty wide there into the first turn. I may have like very slight wing damage. When you have very slight wing damage, viewers, you get, you still get it feels like you have red wing damage. It's super weird.
Hello, I'm back.
All right, awesome. So what's basically happened, I'll fill you in on basically what's happened. It looks like the Alfa Romeo of Doric is having a difficult time out there. He's had some spins. He's coming into the pit lane now. Yannick is back up to 6th. And he's making his way through the field. And I think our closest battle right now is TRT Kyle on Joey. We're thinking maybe Joey might have a little bit of lime wing damage or something like that, because he's going a little bit wide into a few corners. And I was just telling the viewers that the wing damage can be quite significant on this game, even though it doesn't seem to be quite severe.
You might also have a floor damage as well. That's another thing that drivers can get around here.
Oh, that's right. You are right. That could be the case here, because he's going very wide into a few corners. I wonder if he does have floor damage.
And you can't fix it in the pits as well.
Oh, whoa. And, you know, Joey, when Joey went wide with the battle with Yannick, I think there was a point when he maybe touched the curb a little bit too much. Maybe he got too much on the sausage curb. That could have been the issue as well. Maybe that damaged his floor.
Yeah, I think so.
Looks like a few drivers are struggling. I wonder if tires are starting. Oh, as Joey goes super wide there. Kyle gets up into 3rd. I wonder if I think Joey may have a little bit of floor damage. I think that's what we can come out of this one on. LRB P5, Yannick P6. But otherwise, there's not too much action on track at this particular moment.
It appears our next battle we're probably going to see on track is between the Mercedes. We're going to see what happens here in a few laps' time.
You're right. I wonder if the two Mercedes are going to have a little battle here. That is our closest battle, I think, at this time. Unless Joey can get past Kyle. He's within 2/10, so that could be an interesting battle as well. The two Mercedes, I think oh, Tom does have DRS, but I don't think he can make the move quite yet. But here comes Joey on TRT Kyle. Joey's able to get past, up into 3rd place. He retakes the podium position, and Joey's back up into 3rd position. Kyle, ooh, a little mistake there. I think he went a little bit wide because of the little mistake at that section. I wonder if he has floor damage too, because he's going quite wide, or maybe this is the tires. I don't know. What's your thoughts on this?
I think they probably got to have damage because the tyres are on lap 7. Maybe a cylinder window where they're okay for grip, but I think Joey might have tapped the wall there.
Oh, and when he spins.
That's a safety car, surely.
Yep.
Yeah.
Safety car.
Safety car. That was a big hit. Jeez.
He got too much on the sausage curb, I think. That was a massive hit, like you did mention.
Literally went straight on that curb and then into the wall.
Oh, that's super unfortunate for Joey, because he was up in the podium positions as well. That's going to hurt him for this race, of course. But he'll come back hopefully stronger at the next one.
That is the commentator's curse. I predicted him a podium, and he's now retired.
Well, at some point, I think it's going to be a curse at some point for what we do. I feel like every time I commentate on a race, I usually like predict something, and it always goes wrong at some point.
It is true.
Well, now that the safety cars come out, I think this does help out Yannick quite a bit, and he can get back in the action for the podium here.
Yeah, it's just a free hit for him, really.
Yeah, it really is.
The people going onto the hards now, the Dutch Missile, Dan Sproon and Dara, that gives them a second opportunity at the race.
Interesting. We'll have to see how this all works out between these drivers. 8 drivers do remain in this race. We've lost Noah, Martin, and Joey from the Grand Prix itself. I think while we have this time, there comes the Mercedes of LMN into the pit lane. Will Tom pit? Yes, it's a double stack for the 2 Mercedes. TRT Kyle, LRB will all pit. The question now is where Yannick will come out. While we keep an eye, I guess, on everyone pitting, what do you think about maybe going over the standings, just coming into round 3?
Yeah, good. Let's go over the standings. I'll pull them up now and have a look.
Nice. Okay. We can talk about those. That'll be fun. I know this is early days, viewers, but the standings is a very big part in this. It's going to be quite interesting.
So on 43 points after 2 rounds, we have a Stroll, but unfortunately he has to miss this race because he has other priorities. But Loeb could be in a good position here to make up some ground on Stroll. If it stays as it is, Loeb will overtake Stroll in the standings.
Yeah, if LRB can be able to get some points here today, because he's got 34 points at this particular moment, 2 podiums, and Stroll also has 2 podiums as well. If he can be able to grab, let's see, I'd say at least 4th, like you said, I think he should be able to grab it, right?
Yeah.
But if he slips down to 5th, I don't think he'll be able to take the lead.
If he's in 5th, he's probably about 1 or 2 points off, I think.
Interesting. Okay. And what about TRT Kyle? Is he a reserve or he's full time for Williams?
He is a reserve.
Okay. So that means he will not score the points for Williams. I was curious to see if McLaren, if LRB scored some decent points today, McLaren also could get onto the back of Williams in the constructor standings. And also, another team to point out is Mercedes. They have both drivers that are really, really consistent in this Grand Prix. We saw them running P1 and P2. They have both drivers here today. They could score a decent amount of points and possibly even take the lead of the Constructors' Championship, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Let's have a look at the track for next week as well, while we're here.
Oh, yes.
Oh, next week we've got Austria.
Oh, what a classic.
That will be very nice for overtakes and stuff.
Oh, most definitely. I mean, we got, Austria is a track that's got 3 DRS zones. It's got so many places to overtake. That one's going to be a fun one. And if you look at the track right after that, we got Italy. That one's a great one as well for overtakes. Back on track, it looks like a few drivers are pitting. LRB, Tom Robbo, and the Dutch Missile all pit for, I'm assuming, yeah, it's all medium compound tires, so they're choosing to go for the mediums. Now, is this the strategy that is going to work out? Do you think the mediums will make it to the end of the race?
Mediums from here most definitely will make it, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
But Yannick's 5-lap mediums, I think, will not make it.
So he probably should have pit earlier on.
Yeah. But obviously he had that accident, didn't he?
He did. He did. I don't know. We'll have to see how it works out. And I wonder if he has wing damage, or sorry, floor damage, or any sort of damage to his car that he's impossible to fix, you know. Yeah.
It's weird because we have it on like reduced and standard damage, but you can still pick up like rear wing damage and stuff.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, like, This is a very, very interesting point in the Grand Prix because we have all these drivers with possible damage to the car. We don't know exactly who has damage, but I think we can tell. And this could be affecting kind of the race, especially with so many curbs around here that are really bumpy. It can get quite dramatic when it comes to the floor damage getting totally wrecked. We'll have to see how it all works out, but I do know it is going to be quite an interesting end to the Grand Prix. 18 laps to remain. I think the safety car should be coming in this lap.
Mm-hmm. It should be a fun restart with Yannick got a mediums compared to the hards in front of him.
Oh yes, and we have to remember the hards. They don't warm up very good. So Yannick's tires are really warmed up because he's been using them.
Definitely, he's got a pace in them at a minute.
So Yannick might be able to take this. Let's see. We're going to find out in a few seconds as LMN will go now. And it's a really good start for Yannick in second place. He might be able to try and get LMN down into turn one. No, not quite yet. Has to back off there. The Aston Martin down to second place still. I think it's everyone staying in their same positions. LRB trying to make a move on Dan around the outside of the Ferrari. The Ferrari does spin. Dan's off the track.
Has he made contact with Loeb?
I don't think so. I think he just spun. I was on board with LRB at that time, and I think he just spun it on his own.
Yeah, if you go a bit to the left of that there, then you're gonna, or a bit wide into that corner, you're gonna spin.
Definitely. I think that's what happened for Dan.
Oh, Yannick's making a move into the chicane. He's got the move done, or has he? Oh, a bit of contact.
He got it.
In the middle of the chicane. Loeb's looking at the back of the Mercedes.
Yeah, LRB got past the Williams, and now he's trying to make a move on the Mercedes right ahead. Let's see if the McLaren could go maybe around the outside of the Mercedes, down the inside. He's going to go for it. He sends it on the Mercedes, and what a move for LRB. He gets up into second place. That was beautiful. And meanwhile, Tom Robbo has just got up into fourth place. The mediums seem to be absolutely on fire. Every one of the hards is totally struggling.
That was a Daniel Ricciardo special there from Loeb. Absolutely licked the post, licked the stamp, and absolutely sent it into that corner. Lovely move.
He totally sent it, and like you said, what a move. Yep, a beautiful move by LRB. He's now up into second place, and he's got a huge chance of winning.
Yeah, I think Loeb might actually win this race. What's the yellow flag? What's happened?
Dan spun again at 21, I think. Oh, and he's retired.
Okay. Loeb has a time advantage compared to Yannick as well.
Yeah, he does. He's got 6-lap newer tires than Yannick, and he's going to have much more straight line speed than the Aston Martin, and cornering speed, everything you could really ask for. And speaking of advantages for LRB, is there goes Tom Robbo on LMN. He's going to make the move, and LMN trying to fight back. No, not quite yet. I wonder if that was a team strategy there from the Mercedes crew.
Right decision from the Mercedes crew, considering Tom's on the faster compound tires.
It must be so. We'll have to see. TR Team Dutch Missile are battling out, both of them side by side, but it looks like the Red Bull gets ahead with the mediums, and it looks to be the faster tires at this particular moment. And now he's going to try and challenge LMN. So I think right now it must be said that I think the battle might be between Tom Robbo and LRB for the win here today, unless Yannick is going to go for like a soft or something like that and come back through the race. And don't count out LMN, who's going to be faster towards the end of this Grand Prix. There's so many drivers that could possibly take this race win.
LMN here as well, so on those hards. He's going to be right in it towards the end, considering the mediums will fall off towards the end.
Yeah, we'll have to see how it works out. I mean, like, it's possible that LMN will be able to come back towards the end of the Grand Prix. Of course, like you said, with the mediums starting to drop off towards the end and the hards coming into that super stage where they become like the fastest tires on the planet. But we'll see how it all works out. Oh, and that's contact with TRT Kyle and the Dutch Missile. That was major contact. I think TRT Kyle was sent into the wall there. That's the only word I can really describe there. But he doesn't have any damage, so thank goodness. But he may have damage on the floor or something.
Let's have a look if he's got any damage. Don't think so.
LRB, sorry to interrupt you there, but LRB just went super wide. He's gonna be under pressure from Tom Robbo, I think.
What's the gap? Let's have a look. Ooh, it's close.
It is. Oh, as Yannick gets a 3-second time penalty. That's quite interesting. Sorry to interrupt you there before. What were you saying about TRT Kyle?
I was just having a look if he had any damage visually, but I couldn't really see any. So that means I got away with it. But it's going very slow by the looks of it.
He's super far down, too. I think, I wonder if this could be... I hope it's not, but I wonder if it's retirement for Kyle coming his way.
Oh, the Dutch missile is gone. He's lost it. Oh, that's a huge hit. Kept the car going.
Back rear wing damage,
Oh,
I think.
He's spun again in the pit entry. Oh.
Oh, that's Yannick. Yannick has just spun at turn 3.
What? I was too busy watching Ryan. I didn't see it. No.
And Dutch Missile has retired from the session.
Well, Dara is all over the back of Yannick, who's got the move done.
Clean and simple. Gets a pass, and the Alpha is up into 4th.
It's what we want to see this race, not the corners that we've already seen.
Yeah, we got to see some action on track somewhere.
Oh, and Dara has just lost it. Talking about that.
LRB and Tom Robbo also battling out, so a lot of action on track at this time. Tom Robbo gets ahead into the race lead of the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, and now Kyle and Darg are battling out after a spin for the Alpha. He's come back instantly, and is now fighting once again. Is Kyle going to get ahead? No, he backs off there. He couldn't get past.
He's having a look. Oh, he's gone very wide. He's saved it. Going off track. There's so much on-track action. It's like
I know, right?
2v2v2. You have one pit and another pit and another pit, all fighting each other.
Totally. We have, we got Tom Robbo and LRB battling out. Those are the two up front. And we got the middle of the pack, LMN and Yannick battling out. And right now we actually have TRT Kyle and Darg battling. Oh, actually that might be separated because Darg's just spun at the exit of turn 21.
It appears he also caught a death curb, which sent him round.
Yeah, those curbs are deadly. They literally sent you into the wall at pretty much any point on track if you hit them.
Unpredictable as well.
Very much so.
Lurb getting the DRS on Tom Robbo here. Can he make a move?
I don't think he wants to.
I think he is. He's gonna back out, yeah.
In this course scenario,
DRS.
Yeah, it's better to just make the move here because this course scenario is that you don't want to make the move into turn 8 because you're just going to be overtaken again into turn 11. But here's the chance if LRB can get past Tom.
Got a bit deep there. That might be a warning as well. From Lurb.
I can't remember if it says on screen if you get a warning. Does it say on screen?
It doesn't, I think. It's a bit weird. It should do, really.
Yeah, if it doesn't,
it says when you get a penalty, yeah. Strange.
Yeah, really strange. We'll see how it all works out. I think Yannick and Darg are the only two with penalties at this particular moment. Also, Yannick has caught up to LMN, and I think these two are going to start battling. But Yannick's going to have to pit at some point in this race.
Yeah, for sure. He can now take those mediums that far, surely.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the best solution if that was the case.
He'll probably be dead by then. And just puncture.
Yep. Oh, Yannick makes a mistake. Locked up and went straight on. He's going to get a 5-second penalty for corner cutting. That's quite interesting. I wonder if he should have gone a little bit slower than what he did before.
Yeah.
Ooh, LRB is doing something very interesting. He is backing off into turn 8, and he's getting ready for the slingshot effect into turn 11 here. So he's going to use DRS. I would use a little bit of ERS as well, and he's not getting within the slipstream, so he's staying behind. He's doing this on purpose. He doesn't want to pass Tom.
He's just going to sit in a DRS and let Tom pull him along, really.
I wonder if that's the case. And you know what? That's actually a very smart strategy from LRB, because if you let Tom just use ERS, actually, no, he's not using any ERS, so he's pretty much good for that. But if his tires start to grade a little bit, LRB will be able to get past. And even if LRB does get past, I think he will be under pressure from Tom trying to overtake him. And so it's just going to be a back and forth.
That's what it's going to be. If he overtakes Tom Robbo here, then Tom Robbo is going to be in Lerb's situation that he's in now. Or he could just sit behind in the DRS and let Lerb would put him along.
Exactly. The question now is, though, can LRB stay within the second to Tom? Oh, is Tom losing the car a little bit, but he's, you know, it's all good.
Yeah. I think Lerb will be able to stay in. Cheers.
You think?
Yeah.
Okay. So, viewers, keep an eye on this battle. This is, I think, the closest battle we're seeing. Yannick and LMN are still battling now, and I think that's a Williams of TRT Kyle pitting for a set of soft compound tires. So he's going for the ultimate strategy of pitting for the fastest compound tires on track. He's going for the fastest lap, I think, as well. So we'll see how that all works out.
He should get the fastest lap as well on those softs.
Yeah, he should. I think he will get the fastest lap, most definitely. We'll see how that all works out. I think the soft will probably get you to like a 136.7, maybe something like that, like 136.7 or
there,
yeah, somewhere around there. And I think this is really just the waiting game right now. We're waiting for that overtake by LRB. What's your thoughts?
Lerb's just got to remain patient and wait for the right opportunity to strike. And hope for maybe a mistake from Tom as well. That may allow him that easy overtake he wishes for.
I think LRB has the exact same thoughts. Yep, I think that is exactly what he's hoping for, is maybe a mistake from Tom. And that may just get him up into first, or also just stick behind and wait for the right moment to make an overtake on Tom. But he has to make sure that he stays within the DRS. He has to make sure that he's within the pace to keep up with Tom. So we'll have to see how it works out between these two. I think it's going to be quite interesting.
If Lerb loses that DRS, that 1 second, I think Tom will win the race.
I agree.
It's crucial for this race.
Yeah, most definitely. I think it's going to be interesting to see if he does lose or gain the DRS. We'll see if he can just maintain his pace and keep going. We'll hopefully hope for the best, you know. We'll see how it all works out. But he's getting closer and closer and closer. He's not using any ERS quite right now. Neither is Tom. He's got 75%. He's actually got 80% now. LRB doesn't have too much ERS compared to Tom. He's 20% down on ERS. And now he's using a little bit of ERS. I wonder if this might be the chance for LRB to make the move on Tom. He's not using any ERS again, so he's going to back off, or is he going to try and set it on Tom? No, he backs off. He's going to wait a little bit longer.
This could go on for quite a few laps.
Can. Oh, that is contact! LMN and Yannick down into...
Ooh. That was a big hit.
Yep, I think what happened there is that I gotta say that might have been Yannick. I mean, I don't want to like point fingers or anything like that, but Yannick, I think he stuck his nose in there where it shouldn't have been there. I think LMN was already turning into that section, and Yannick just was on the inside, and I think he just touched the car of LMN when he was turning in. Nothing that LMN could do, and I don't even know if nothing that Yannick could do. Oh, is LRB with a 3-second time penalty?
That might have just won Tom the race. I need to have a look at how many warnings Tom has, if I can see that.
You should be able to. I mean, if you're gonna...
Tom has no warnings.
He's got no warnings.
No warnings, so he should win this race comfortably.
This guy's been super consistent, and now LRB's using the ERS. Now he wants to get past, so he's going to try and get past. There he goes, gets past Tom, and Tom not using any ERS, not defending at all, and I wonder if he's going to try and wait for turn 3, as that is the Alpha off the track.
the same spot again where that specific corner's caught out pretty much everyone this race.
Yeah, it really has. It's that corner. We called it at the very beginning. It's a very, very tricky corner.
So Tom Robbo should effectively win this race. But unless Loeb can pull off some masterclass and just pull out so far ahead.
I mean, he's starting to pull out a little bit. He's got 9/10 to Tom Robbo. He's
really pushing.
Yeah. But with pushing, that does mean that there's a chance that he can get another penalty.
Always gone very wide there, Loeb. He's really pushing.
I mean, I don't know. It's a really difficult situation because do you push and risk the penalty, or do you conserve and but still have Tom within the DRS? It's going to be super tight as Yannick pits for a set of softs.
He wants the fastest lap as well. But Tom Robbo in the DRS, he's burning his overtake. He has lots of it compared to Loeb.
I don't know if he wants to use it at this time. I mean, like, he's got 8 laps remaining basically, and he doesn't have like that was a mistake, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, I think this battle is going to continue on quite consistently between all these guys. I think Kyle and Yannick are now in a nice little battle as well, so keep an eye on these two for 4th position, and maybe Yannick will be able to catch LMN for 3rd. We'll have to see how that all works out between these guys. It's going to be quite interesting. I think Yannick might be able to get the DRS. He's not using any ERS quite yet. I wouldn't either, and then he's going to try and make a move on Kyle.
Oh, Tom's got out of the DRS. Of Loeb.
Oh, has he? Oh, and he's
got
got a
1.2 now.
Oh, whoa!
Everyone apart from Tom has now a penalty as well.
Wow, that's incredible. So, these guys are these guys are getting penalties. Tom is really just not getting a penalty. As hopefully that doesn't turn.
Warning.
Oh, did he get a warning?
Warning in lap 19, yeah. So we might see Tom with a penalty towards the end.
We could. Because here's the thing for Tom. Do you... Oh, as LRB goes a little bit wide into turn 6. But for Tom, do you conserve the tires, conserve the pace, don't get a penalty, but try and also stay within LRB? Or do you push and try and overtake LRB and push a little bit more, which would cause for a penalty?
I think he should probably push until he sits in the DRS. And maybe hope that pulls him along. Because if he pushes too much, then his tyres are just going to go, and he's going to end up with penalties, which will make him lose, probably.
And he's out of the DRS zone as well, so he doesn't have DRS on LRB. This might be LRB's chance to try and get away, so this is coming down to the wire. It truly is.
And Tom's having to use a lot of his overtake now as well.
I think they both are, yeah. I think Tom has still got a little bit more. Now he's using ERS, now he's trying to get back within the DRS.
He's pushing for that DRS, yeah. That's the thing as well, with these drivers on no line, it's very hard for them to not get penalties sometimes.
Oh, you're right, yeah, because they're not running assists, so they don't really... they have to have pure concentration with everything. And also, if there's no, like... I haven't seen too many, like, the markers on track where to brake, actually. I think those might have been taken out, to be honest. A few of them might have been. So that could affect a lot of people's race when it comes to just sliding around, you know, and trying to figure out where braking is.
It's about memory, really. Knowing your braking points. If you miss that braking point, you're in trouble.
Absolutely. I mean, when you when you don't have any assists on, it can be quite interesting. But I think it's one of the funnest experience because it is true racing. You know, you don't see that very often in a lot of leagues because it's so difficult to master to actually get no assists. But this is tier 1. This is the fastest tier, and this means these are the fastest drivers, and this means these are also probably the most experienced drivers as well. As Tom makes a little mistake into turn 8, I think.
A nice lock up there from Tom. Another 3 second for Yannick.
that's really going to affect his result.
I'm not sure, is it?
Well, I mean, he's going to probably...
He's going to have to push on to LMN here. He might be able to get him, considering he's on hards. 12 lap hards compared to the softs. So, yeah, that could affect him.
He might be able to get close to LMN, but then he has to gain another 6 seconds on the Mercedes driver once he passes him.
That really affected him there for that overtake.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he's gaining quite a bit. He's now down to 11 seconds, but he has to get within 17 seconds of LMN as it stands right now to be able to get third position. Is the Alpha off the track? What happened to Darug?
I think he just went a bit wide or something, by the looks of it. On the straight somehow. Or maybe hit the curb. I'm not sure.
Must have. I'm not sure.
We might see a move here from Tom.
Oh, you think? I mean, he's using ERS. He's using DRS. I think he might.
Yeah. He could go for the next DRS, so maybe, unless he sends a move here. Is he going to? He is.
Down the inside, Tom gets ahead, but now LRB is going to have the chance to overtake Tom and get up into first place. By the way, do you know if Tom got any more warnings?
I'm going to have a look at that now, in fact.
Okay. As LRB goes for round the outside. Oh, he has 2. He got 2 more, or he has
Oh, he has
LRB
2 warnings now. So 1 more and he's got a penalty.
1 more and he does. So if he gets another penalty, this is for the race victory here. This could, if LRB forces Tom in to get a penalty, that might be LRB's better chance, because I don't think he can. He had the chance to try and get away, but I don't think Tom is letting that go. I think what LRB needs to do is try and force Tom into getting a penalty of some sort.
He definitely needs to. Tom gets a penalty here. We could be set for an absolute showdown here towards the end of the race.
Totally. And if Tom does get a penalty, that means that that this is going to be just overtaking consistently. It's no longer for time. It's just battling on track. Do you also know if LRB is close to getting another 3-second time penalty? Hopefully not, but
I think Lerb. I'm going to have a look at how many Lerb's on now as well.
All right.
Look at that.
Thank
Lerb
you.
is on. No more. He literally has straight up 3 warnings of penalty.
Okay. Very interesting. So, this is coming down to the wire. We got a few laps left as LRB is gaining a little bit more time on Tom. They have similar ERS as well, so they're on pretty much similar pace, but the only thing is Tom needs 1 more extension, and he's gonna get the penalty, because if he extends the track, then he's done, you know?
In trouble, yeah. Lerb, nice lock up there in the chicane. It's going to be an intense battle between the both drivers.
Totally. I think, to be honest, right now...
are also going to have a bit of a... what you call it? The tyres are going to go, I think, as well. What was he saying?
Oh. Yeah, I mean, if they're on like 17-lap-old mediums, they could be struggling quite a bit here.
Yeah, I think so.
To be honest, right now I'm just waiting for Tom to, hopefully not, for his sake, of course, is for not to extend the track limits here, because we don't want that. But if he extends the track limits, then he gets a penalty, and this is truly for the racing now.
I want him to get a penalty. You want to see the racing.
Yeah, I want to. I agree.
We want to see it.
Yeah, because if Tom gets a penalty, then that means that it is true racing. If he doesn't, then LRB is definitely losing this race.
Pure desperation moves, it will have to be.
It will have to be, yeah.
We've had a few classic showdowns in this league already, man, and it's already been in 3 rounds, especially in Silverstone.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I remember that one. Stroll and Tom were side by side on the final corner of the race.
It's like 300, so separated by until we got a penalty.
Yep, you're right. As here goes Tom on LRB.
Ooh. Gets it done. That might be an warning. Ooh, how is that not a penalty?
Yeah, they were
that was fully... a bit dodgy there.
Both of them were off, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, it's getting close. It's getting really close.
It is insanely close.
Because they keep going a little bit too wide. If one goes just a slightly centimeters wide, you know, I mean, like, oh my goodness, it's like that could have been a penalty for LRB or something. Like, oh my goodness.
It's literally like millimeters.
Millimeters. It really is. It is so close between these two drivers. If Tom gets a penalty, this changes everything. If he doesn't, it pretty much sets it up for Tom to win the Grand Prix. We'll have to see how this works out. This is coming down to the wire, though. I think the other battle we're seeing is Yannick is now 3 seconds to LMN, so he has closed the gap. But I don't think LMN has got another penalty. Yeah, Yannick is gonna have to gain another 9 seconds on LMN if he's gonna be able to take third place in this Grand Prix. I think he's gonna try, but I don't know if it's gonna work out. We'll see.
Loeb had a little bit of a look up the inside there, but he decided to yield into his next DRS zone. Is he going to get the move done?
If I were...
I don't think he has it.
Oh...
Nah. What was saying, Brim?
I was just saying, if I were LRB, I would probably just go for it. You want to be the driver ahead. If Tom gets the penalty, then you're still the driver ahead. You want to be in first at the end of this Grand Prix, no matter the circumstances.
Exactly. He's got to go for the next lap, I think.
I agree. If he gets past Tom, then Tom will have more of a, I'd say, difficulty trying to get past LRB, and that might force him into getting a penalty here.
We might see this into the next DRS zone, I think. Unless one of them obviously makes a mistake.
Yeah. I mean, and also, we got to remember, too, the tires are going to start dropping off extremely, and with no assists, and tire wear, and tension as well, this is getting super interesting between these drivers.
It's heating up at the Yas Marina circuit.
Yeah, to be honest, I think we thought that with only 6 runners in this race, it wasn't going to be too much action on track, but this is turning into a really, really nail-biting end to the Grand Prix here today.
Tasty showdown here. Is Loeb going to get it?
He's got the DRS. He's not going to go past him quite yet, though, but he has to get past this lap. Like you said, if he gets past this lap, this is all he needs, really, and he's going to have another shot the next lap, but this would be good for him to get past now.
He needs to get past here if he wants to win, to force Tom into having to push.
Agreed. He's going for it, and he's got it.
But Tom has the higher ERS advantage. Oh, Loeb's gone deep. Oh, no. Oh, no. He's lucky not to get any penalty there.
LRB, I think he was
weaving it. Yeah.
What were you saying?
Not happy there, Loeb. He was going left to right on his wheel there.
Maybe that's the sign of shaking the head, you know, saying like, no, that could have been it. Then that might be it for him. Unless
Tom Robbo gets a penalty here.
Yeah, or crashes out too, you know. I mean, this is going to help Tom Robbo, but this might let his guard down, you know.
Look at the front tyres of Loeb and stuff like that. It's not looking good for the tyres.
Let's take a look. You said the front tires?
The front tyres look very off.
Ooh, they are. LRB is going to have one chance to make a move on Tom. He's going to have one chance, but Tom has got 70% ERS. I don't know if there's a way he can get past.
There's no way, I think. Unless Tom locks up and goes deep.
Or runs out of fuel. There is a possibility that the fuel could come into play as well, because we've seen in this game that the fuel is, you can't change it to lean or rich unless you're under safety car, you can change it to lean. So it's possible that they underfuel too much. The fuel could come into play as well towards the end of the Grand Prix. We'll have to see. We are on the final lap of the race. LRB cannot get past. He's going to have to hope for a miracle if he's going to win this race.
Definitely a miracle. We have to pray for them. Tom Robbo should have this in the bag.
Oh, that was a little bit of a, I think, mistake for Tom, but I don't know.
It's going to be close. Lerb's really pushing here. His rays are completely gone.
Well, round the final 2 corners. He's done everything today. He really has. From the back of the grid to first, Tom Robbo wins the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. LRB will take home second. A titanic finish to end off the race. A nice little battle for P3 here today as Elemen and Yannick will be fighting for the last podium position. But I do believe Yannick won't be able to finish there because of penalties. But Elemen will take 3rd place. It's a double podium for Mercedes. I think that will move them up into the lead of the constructor standings, if I'm not mistaken there. Yannick P4, TRT Kyle P5, and Darug rounding off the finishers here today in P6.
That was a very entertaining race, considering the amount of people we had. Really enjoyed it. I hope the viewers enjoyed it as well.
Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Wow, just that's all I can really say, to be honest. A very interesting end to the Grand Prix between these two. They really fought it pretty much all the way from like the end of the safety car, to be honest, on like lap 10, I think it was, or something like that. But they did a great job here today.
Intense battle that should have exhausted them as well. They was both really, really pushing. Unlucky to Lerb as well, getting that penalty which hindered his win opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, it's getting. Oh, is the Alpha off the track? He's spun it at turn 21, but he's gonna finish across the line. Oh, he spun it again. No, he's gonna come across now, and he will finish P6.
Lovely race from Tom Robbo, though, all the way from the back of the grid. Wonderful race.
And driver
of
the day as well.
Race for Mercedes. Double podium.
Yeah, they got a major amount of points against their rivals, Williams and McLaren. I mean, McLaren did take second with LRB, but this just put Mercedes right up at the top to fight for the Constructors' Championship.
Mercedes well in control here, going into round 4 at Austria.
Yeah, and that will be an interesting race. We know how the Austrian GP at the Red Bull Ring will be. It's going to be some action on track. That will be very fun. And next up after that will be the Italian Grand Prix, which also delivers some action. And throughout the season, we'll see some action pretty much all the way to the end to see who will win the championship. Both championships, of course. But your winner today is Tom Robbo from Mercedes-AMG Petronas. The game also voted him driver of the day. To be honest, I think I got to give him driver of the day from the back of the grid to first. He did a great job.
Now we're going to be looking forward to F4 around the same track just right now. So if the viewers want to tune into that and watch that, I hope they will enjoy.
Yeah, definitely. You guys heard Headshot, of course. Go check out F4. That's the race happening right now at the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix as well. And I'm sure they got an exciting race as well. So tune in for that.
Should be a fun one.
It very much will be. I mean, F4 is a great league as well, a great tier of racers. So it should be a great race over there. Definitely something to look forward to. And I do believe, if I'm not mistaken, F2 and F3 will be tomorrow, and F5 will be on Saturday, if I'm not mistaken, right?
F2, F3, and F5 are all on Fridays.
Oh, they're all on Fridays. Okay.
Yeah. F4, with all the races so far, has produced absolute classics, to be fair. We're seeing fan favourites spin out in the lead under the safety car. It's been unfortunate. Yeah,
I mean, that tier can be quite exciting as well. To be honest, I think I commentated on that tier they were BPRL, and they switched over to PS Vitesse.
I remember that very well, in fact.
Yeah. Well, I think that's going to be it from us here today at F1 at PS Vitesse, round 3 of the championship event here at Abu Dhabi. And we will see you all next time for Austria, which will be a fun one as well. But signing off words, Headshotless. First of all, I want to say thank you so much for commentating. It was an absolute pleasure to commentate with you. Such a fun experience, and can't wait to do it with you again. But what's your thoughts on this race? And yeah, any words?
The race? There was a small amount of people, but it produced, and yet again, another fair amount of close racing between the drivers. We got yet another showdown towards the end. It was an entertaining race for the viewers, hopefully.
I'm sure it was. Yeah, it was a very interesting race. Very much was. And yeah, we got a close Titanic finish, I guess, to the end of the Grand Prix. But yeah, I think that is going to be it, viewers. Thank you so much for tuning in to PS Vitesse. Subscribe to the channel as well if you want to see more racing content on PS Vitesse. Also, hit the like button if you enjoyed both of our commentary on this league. And we'll see you next time for Austria round 4 of the championship event in season 5 of PS Vitesse. But that's us, Formula Jonah and Headshot Leslie signing off for here. We'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.
Cheers.